Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the South Carolina Gamecocks Dynasty here on EA Sports College Football 25. It's been a while since we've been with the Gamecocks, but a huge game here because it is the SEC Championship game in Atlanta, Georgia between the 7th ranked South Carolina Gamecocks and the 8th ranked Georgia Bulldogs, with the winner being the SEC Champions and probably getting a first round bye in the college football playoff. I'm so excited for this one. If you are as well, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty mode content, because the Gamecocks have never won an SEC championship game. But this isn't the only conference championship game going on this week. We have the Conference USA championship game as well. Western Kentucky will face number 24 Jacksonville State. The Pac-12 championship between UTSA, new to the conference, and number 15 Oregon State, who could be playing for a playoff spot. The Big 12 championship between the two hottest teams in football, number 4 Baylor and number 5 Texas Tech, with the winner getting a college football playoff first round bye. MAC championship between UMass and number 16 Bowling Green. The Sun Belt championship between number 14 Appalachian State and number 23 South Alabama. The American championship, number 20 North Texas versus number 6 UAB. If the Blazers win, they are the group of 5 representative. In the Mountain West Championship, San Jose State versus Wyoming, arguably the worst of the championship games. And then the SEC Championship, number 7 South Carolina, number 8 Georgia. The biggest game of the week, the Big Ten Championship, number 3 Michigan versus number 1 Oregon in Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. And then the ACC Championship, number 12 Stanford versus number 2 NC State. We'll get all of those scores after we get this one, but we have to get through the SEC Championship game, looking for our very first SEC title. This is our first trip to Georgia since 2010, 21 years ago, where we lost to Auburn 56-17, and we will start off with the football. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below. I know I've already said that, but the anticipation and the hype is for real. We'll see what the Gamecocks can do as they start off with the football, their own 25 on the ground with Sonny Dora, who had 1,100 yards this year, really found his footing in the second half of the season. He starts with a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 now. Kilgo to the air, but he's quickly sacked. That's Travis Hicks, the impact defensive end, with his 11th and a half on the season. And it's nearly 3rd and 12 for the Gamecocks. Kilgo to throw, and he's intercepted. Picked off by the junior Baraka Star, his 2nd on the season. And Georgia starts off with the football at the 14. Disastrous start for the Gamecocks. Kilgo gets picked off for the 7th time this season. And Ron Tufts in the offense will take the field, starting off in the red zone. And he'll keep it on first down and get it down. Now at the 2-yard line. Tufts takes the snap to throw, looks right side, and he's got Timmy Cockerham for a touchdown, his 14th of the season. And within 2 plays, Georgia leads this one 7-0, and they've only been playing for about 2 minutes. So we'll see how South Carolina responds as they take the field again. Here's Athia Kilgo. He's going to scramble for it, pick up a first down. Out to the 45. He's got 3 carries, 19 yards, but he took a big shot to his leg. Kilgo's going to power through despite being in some pain, as on first down he hands it off here for Dora, who gets a great block from Bono and springs him to the 31. 2 carries, 27 on the ground for Dora. That was about a 25-yard gain. He'll check out here on first down. They go to Keenan Todia, and he gets stonewalled quickly by Travis Hicks. 2nd and 10 now. Kilgo fires, has Proctor, who drops the pass right through his hands, and now it's 3rd and 10. Kilgo rolls to his right, nobody open, just dumps it short for Bono, takes a huge shot. And South Carolina will settle for the 3, so they get some points back. But now they trail 7-3, and we got to stop the Georgia offense, as here's a run for Garrison Sylvan, the 4-star freshman from Tampa, Florida, getting some snaps later in the season. 2nd and 5, here's a quick pass short, that'll be a first down, and Georgia is into enemy territory. Hakeem Pena with the 11-yard reception. Tufts making some adjustments here. Hands it off. This is Marco Adai, the sophomore, who gets 1. 386 yards for him this year. He had 4 touchdowns in the game against South Carolina earlier this season. Remember, these two teams matched up earlier, and Georgia won 42-7. As there's a nice sack by Ty Pettis, bringing Ron Tufts down. 3rd and 19. Steps up in the pocket, had an open man, but he missed him. And South Carolina will force a punt. Offense back on the field. Here's Sonny Dora. Gain of 8 up the middle. Going empty here, second down. It's a touch pass for Ben Shaw. It gets around the edge, and the freshman will have nowhere to go. Good defense by Jaleel Griggs, the South Carolina transfer, with the tackle. And on 3rd and 3, they don't get it. Put down in the backfield by Tommy Baggs, and that will be a punt. And we'll head to the second quarter where Georgia leads it 7-3, but still in the early stages of this one. The Bulldogs begin the second quarter, 3rd and 9 at their own 39-yard line. Tufts to the air, looks, wants the deep ball, and he's got it! He hooks up with Jamison Figueroa, the former 5-star from Miami, Florida, will find the end zone, and the Bulldogs lead 14-3 as the deep ball works. That's his 13th touchdown of the season. Now South Carolina, you're down by 11. How do you respond? 5-yard gain by Dora, 5 for 41 for him thus far. He gets the next carry as well, and he runs off tackle. Will get the first down out to about the 49. Good run of 12. Run game, like I've said, has really stepped up the past few weeks. Dora's been really good. Now Todia checks in. He only gains 3 before spun down by the North Texas transfer, Tommy Baggs. 2nd and 7. Dora back in the game. Gets the first down on the swing pass. Pushed out of bounds by the former Gamecock, Jaleel Griggs. They try it again, and Griggs reads it again. He played against this team in practice a lot last year. He kind of knows this playbook. 3rd and 5, a tough throw to Gallegos that's caught. Beautiful hands by Gallegos to come down with that. It's a big first down. Drive stays alive. Handoff Dora, 1st and 10, left side. Nice stiff arm, gets out of bounds, but this play is actually going to be coming backwards. A holding call against the offense. I'm pretty sure that's Proctor who gets called. It is Terrell Proctor with the hold. Not a good day for him so far, as it's 1st and 18 now, as it's a screen pass for Cameron. And Cameron, with nice blocks, gets a lot. But this play is also going to be coming back. It looks like another holding call, this time on left guard Ahmad Jacobson. Actually, Deron Eberle, the center, with it. So now 1st and 28, go back to the ground. Dora just trying to do something. And another flag is down. 3 straight plays, 3 straight holding calls against the offense of South Carolina. This time Jeremy Ring. And it's 1st and 35. How do you even manage this? I can't even see the first down marker. Well, we'll start with a screen to Dora, who tries to get something, and he gains maybe 6. 2nd and 29 now. Kilgo underneath center, goes play fake, rolls to his left on that bag leg, fires downfield. He's got McCord, and McCord's going to get 22 on his first grab. And now you face a 3rd and 7. This is doable. Kilgo in the gun, takes the snap to throw, wants to tuck it and run, and he will pick up a first down. This team just converted a 1st and 39. How about that? Inside the red zone now. Quick strike for Gallegos, gain of 6. Drive has also eaten up a lot of clock here, as it's now 2nd and 4. Kilgo to the air. This is where he's dangerous when he wants to run, but he doesn't go anywhere this time. Baggs puts him down. And now a big 3rd and 3. You can't trade field goals with touchdowns. You got to get one here, and they do. Juan Gallegos with the score, his 5th on the season, and the Gamecocks have found the end zone. 14-10 your score as we head to the 2-minute warning. Georgia with the football, the 39 of South Carolina. Looking for something here. Tufts to throw. As a man in the seam, it's caught. Nice spinning grab by Yadai, who gets the first down. Out to the 27 now. 1:90 left to go here in the first half. The sophomore Tufts takes it, throws it short. This one caught by Figueroa, who had the big touchdown earlier. Gains 5, and the former 5-star quarterback from Atlanta, Georgia, Tufts is a native of this city, has looked good today. That one's thrown short for Cochran, his first grab since the touchdown in the first quarter. Now it's 3rd and 1. Tufts underneath some pressure, and he eats a sack. That's a big-time sack there, as Georgia will look to kick the field goal here from 36 out. And this one is blocked. Caleb Cottrell with the block. It's picked up by Devon Davis, and he will have green grass to the end zone. A touchdown for South Carolina, and the Gamecocks have the lead. 17-14 going into the half. What a shocking turn of events. South Carolina, who's battled back from being down 14-3, now leads 17-14 going into the intermission in what is shaping up to be a classic down the stretch here in Atlanta, Georgia. Georgia will start off with the football here to begin the second half after the big play by the special teams. At their own 15, Tufts looks short, a spinning grab, but not a lot of yards gained. 2nd and 9 now. Sylvan gets the carry up the middle, and he will have it close to the marker. They'll mark him inches shy. on the 9-yard gain. Now from the 25, what does Georgia do? Tight formation underneath center. Adai, the deep back, they hand it off to him. And he's not going to get there. He's put down by Enrique Leal. And the Gamecocks defense forces a punt to begin the second half. They'll start off with the football at their own 41 as they'll start on the ground as well for a gain of 2. Big blitz coming here from Georgia. Nice counter to Gallegos, who gets a first down. He's had a good day. 5 catches, 46 yards for Juan Gallegos. Now the Gamecocks out to the 38. Bubble screen. Oh my gosh, that one almost made my heart stop. I thought that one was going to get picked off by Byrne. Instead, it's a big gain by Benshaw. Now South Carolina out to the 24. Handoff Dora up the middle, and he gets tackled hard for a gain of 4. 8 carries, 59 yards for the senior. 2nd and 6. Quick pass to Gallegos. Caught. First down. Red zone trip here for the Gamecocks, looking to add to their lead. Bring a man in motion here on first down. Handoff to Keenan Todia. And Todia will maybe get 2 before put down by Baraka Starr. Stays in the game here, 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Kilgo under some pressure. Gets hit as he throws, incomplete. 3rd and 8 here from the 11. How aggressive do you get? Kilgo rolls to his right, trying to keep his eyes downfield. He throws it to the sidelines. South Carolina will take the 3. It's now 20-14, a 6-point lead for the Gamecocks. Georgia brings a man in motion across the formation. They throw it to Figueroa, and he has room to run. Bad angle taken by Devon Davis, and that's a big gain as Figueroa 4 for 106 and a score today. He's been very good for this Georgia offense. Next play is a handoff for Sylvan, trying to get off tackle, but Devon Davis this time takes a good angle, and he puts him down for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 now, tight formation. It's a handoff, and Adai has green grass in front of him. A nice crease as he gets it down to the 12. A quick 21 on the ground. His best run of the day. They go empty here now in the red zone. It's with 1 second on the game clock. They snap it. It's a short pass here for the wide receiver Cockerham, who gains 9. And now he's down at the 3. And Georgia looking for a quick answer here. 2nd and 1. Handoff. Adai up the middle, and he will not get it, but there will be a flag down. It's going to be a holding call and impact left tackle Trevor Fowler, the IMG Academy recruit. And that's going to back the Bulldogs up. Now it's a 3rd and 11 after you're just on the doorstep. Motion across the formation, looking for that screen again. Tufts doesn't throw it. Instead, he has the crossing receiver, and he'll be tackled shy of the marker. And Georgia will take the 3. So instead of trying for the touchdown, they'll take the points. They'll stay down 20-17 as we head to the 4th quarter. Maybe a missed opportunity there for the Dogs. They had a chance to try to punch it in, and you didn't. Taking the conservative role is Kirby Smart. The Gamecocks lead by 3 as we have 1 quarter to go, and South Carolina has the football in enemy territory. 2nd and 4, handoff Dora. Has gotten close to the marker, and he doesn't get it. Now you got a big 3rd and 1. Kilgo switching some things up. Doesn't like the look. Wants to throw for it. Rolls to his left. Hit as he throws. And he's intercepted. Picked off by Tommy Baggs. There was a lot of confusion on that play. He wanted Gallegos, but Gallegos ran the wrong route. Instead, it's an interception. His 2nd on the day. A big man interception at that. And now Georgia looks to capitalize. But on 2nd and 9, he's going to be sacked. Big time sack around the edge. That's Andy Everett who puts him down. His 18th sack of the season. And that was 3rd and 15 for the Dogs. Tuft goes for the deep ball, and he's got it! Touchdown, Georgia! Kevin Rusnak behind the defense, and he's going to find the end zone for the score, and Georgia has the lead. 24-20, a miscommunication in the secondary. The INT proves costly, and now South Carolina's down by 4 with 9 to play. 2nd and 4, here's a nice screen out wide for Benshaw, and they're in Georgia territory again. Offense trying to push and trying to answer. There's 4 more on the ground by Dora. He's had a pretty solid day, averaging 6.7 a carry. To the air on 2nd down, though. Short for Benshaw. 1st down. He's going to get it inside to 30. 7.5 to play, and South Carolina's driving. Quick throw out wide for Gallegos, who takes the hit, but also completes the reception. And Kilgo is out across 200 yards passing. 2nd and 4. Dora on the ground. He's going to meet Jose Caraway. He puts him down 2 yards shy. 3rd and 2, touch pass for Gallegos, and it doesn't work. Blown up in the backfield by Jose Caraway, who puts it into this drive. Or does he? South Carolina's going to go for it on 4th and 6. You got to take the gamble. Kilgo, he's going to be sacked, and that will end that drive. They get nothing. And they're down by 4. We've reached the 2-minute warning. Georgia in field goal range. You cannot allow a first down here. A handoff for Adai, and he will fumble the football, and it's picked up by South Carolina. Troy Haslam, the senior, comes up huge with a forced fumble, and South Carolina's only down by 4, and they have 2 minutes to try to go win this game. 1st and 10 now. Can we lead the 2-minute drill? It's a quick pass for Ben Shaw. He gains 7. Clock continues to tick, though. 1:20 left to go. They don't use their timeouts yet. Kilgo rolls to his right, tries to fire this one downfield, but it's out of bounds. And now it's going to be 3rd and 3. Kilgo takes the snap, looks, tries to scramble, but there's a spy there. Good job by the defense of Georgia to expect that. And now you got to go for it on 4th and 1. Still not using any timeouts. Inside a minute. Big play here for the game. They hand it off. They trust Dora, and he just gets it. Needed 1, maybe got him 1.5. They hurry back to the line. The clock will momentarily stop. Still trying to hold on to those 3 timeouts. Quick pass out wide here is caught by Cameron, who doesn't get out of bounds. And South Carolina will be forced to use their first timeout. A lot of time has come off, though. Only 34 seconds, and you're at the 43. Kilgo to throw. He wants a deep ball of his own. He's got Gallegos, who gets a step on the defense, and that's going to be a 57-yard touchdown, and South Carolina has the lead. Juan Gallegos gets behind the defense and has his 2nd score of the day, and the Gamecocks, pending the extra point, which is good, now lead by 3 with 27 seconds to go. Can the defense hold on and win us our first SEC title in school history? Georgia will bring out the kickoff. This will just drain some clock, and he only gets to the 15. 23 seconds, but you only have to get in field goal range. A field goal sends this one to overtime. Tufts to the air. Looks, has a man across the middle. It's incomplete. Tight coverage, good defense. 20 seconds left to go. Back to it again. Tufts looks short. This time has it. We'll gladly give them those. It's only 3. They'll burn their first timeout. 16 seconds now. Tufts to the air again. Pressure in his face. Looks, has a man downfield. That's a nice reception to Cockerham. They'll burn timeout number 2. And now you're out to the 39, but only 11 seconds. You need a big play. Tufts feeling some pressure. Eats a sack. That's what you can't do. The 3rd on the day by Everett. And now the game is going to come down to this. 6 seconds to go. You got to throw a Hail Mary. Tufts actually just throws it out of bounds. Didn't like the look. And now this will be the last play of the game. 2 seconds. You got to go deep. You got to go for the end zone. And can they give Tufts enough time? He's going to launch this one up down the left sideline. This one is incomplete. The clock strikes 0. And South Carolina, for the first time in school history, can call themselves SEC Champions. 27-24, your final here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And the Gamecocks will be moving on to the playoff with probably a first-round bye with a huge win over the Dogs. What a game it was. There is the hardware. SEC Champions. Juan Gallegos is your SEC Championship player of the game with those 2 touchdowns, including the big one at the end of the game. And what a run it's been for the Gamecocks. We come into Georgia. We go down 14-3. This was practically a home game for the Dogs. This was in Atlanta, by the way. And we come back and we win 27-24. It has been a heck of a run for the Gamecocks, who were 4-2 at one point, got dominated by Georgia in Columbia, by the way. And we come back and beat them here in the SEC Championship game. What a run it's been for the Gamecocks. This season looked over. And now they've rattled off 7 straight, or 11-2. And now can call themselves SEC Champions. That feels so good to say in arguably the toughest conference in football. Now, it's also the end of the year, so there's a lot of awards to give out. We'll start with the Players of the Week and stuff. Andy Everett, 3 sacks. That pushes him up to 20, I think, now on the season. He gets SEC Defensive Player of the Week. And with that being said, he's arguably going to get National Defensive Player of the Week. But the awards are not done. Juan Gallegos also gets SEC Offensive Player of the Week, thanks to his big performance. And more awards are on the horizon. Andy Everett, Player of the Year. 20 sacks, 28 tackles, 40 TFLs. He gets Player of the Year. The next award on the docket, Andy Everett, is the 2031 Heisman Trophy winner. Andy Everett, the defensive player, gets the award. The first time since Travis Hunter, defensive player, has got it, and he played both ways. He is the second Gamecock to be Heisman Trophy winner behind a legendary running back, George Rogers. 20-sack season. What a career it's been for Andy Everett. I cannot wait to see what he can do in the college football playoff. Here are the other conference championship scores. Western Kentucky beats Jacksonville State, so they get the three-peat in the Conference USA. They just won't be going to the college football playoff. UTSA is your Pac-12 championship this year. In their first year in the conference, they win it 38-10 over the Beavers. The Big 12 championship goes the way of Texas Tech, 34-23. The Red Raiders will get a first-round bye. They're arguably the hottest team in football. Remember, they went to the championship game back in year 3. They're looking to get back to that spot. Bowling Green wins the MAC championship. The Sun Belt goes to South Alabama, upsetting the Mountaineers 24-10. UAB wins the AAC, clinching a college football playoff berth, beating North Texas 35-21. In the Mountain West, San Jose State dominates. Sorry, Steven, I'm trying to finish this up. I'll play Fortnite in just a second. They beat Wyoming 45-27. And then we know the SEC Championship was won by yours truly. The Big Ten, Oregon, the favorites going into the college football playoff, trying to go back-to-back as they beat Michigan 45-14. That is a scary Ducks team. And then NC State wins the ACC 34-8. We'll see if Stanford makes the college football playoff anyway. As here's a look at the bracket. Your 2031 college football playoff. We will get the first round bye. Coming in as the 4 seed. We'll be playing in the Cotton Bowl. Oregon, NC State, Texas Tech will also get the byes. And your first round games, number 5 UAV versus number 12 Iowa. We'll play the winner of that game. Number 8 Washington will play number 9 Ole Miss. Number 6 Michigan will play number 11 Stanford. The Cardinal get in anyway. I like that the loser of the championship games don't get penalized. And then number 7 Baylor will play host to number 10 Georgia. Let's see who we will be facing. Here's a look at the other bowl games in case you are curious. Our rivals in Clemson will be going to the Fenway Bowl. That sounds very, very disappointing for the Tigers, and I am always here for Clemson getting any sort of bad bowl game. Other interesting games, the Boca Raton Bowl, Pittsburgh and USF. That sounds like a pretty good game. Independence Bowl, UCLA and Iowa State. Looks like a good one. Michigan State, LSU, and the ReliaQuest Bowl. The Gator Bowl, Mississippi State and Virginia Tech. And then the big one, Music City Bowl, Alabama, Ohio State. That's a pretty marquee matchup in Nashville, Tennessee. So who are we going to be facing in the second round of the college football playoff? It'll be us in the Cotton Bowl, playing the Iowa Hawkeyes, the Goodyear Cotton Bowl in Texas, as we will play Iowa in the second round. They beat UAB. Here's a look at the scores from the first round. They're actually the only upset win, 38-31. Everything else was pretty chalk. Washington beat Ole Miss 35-28. Michigan dominated Stanford. The Cardinal were not a legit team this year, and they got exposed in the final 3 games of the season, 27-7 Wolverines. And then Georgia does beat Baylor. I wouldn't really consider that an upset, though, despite they are the lower seed, but I guess it technically is. Setting up South Carolina, Iowa, Oregon, Washington in the Rose Bowl, Texas Tech, Michigan in the Sugar Bowl, and NC State, Georgia in the Orange Bowl. Side note, I'm not sure why we're playing in the Cotton Bowl and the Texas Tech Red Raiders are playing in the Sugar Bowl. I feel like the Sugar Bowl's in Georgia. That would be closer to us, and the Cotton Bowl's in Texas. That would be closer to the Red Raiders, but I digress. All that matters is we're going to be playing Iowa in the quarterfinal, and we are 3 games away from winning a national title. We just have to win 3 more games, and I think this Iowa team, despite being a very good team, is a winnable game. They did win 10 games this year, but we just beat Georgia, and I think we can beat the Iowa Hawkeyes. But our run's got to start here. We cannot lose another game, otherwise we are out of the playoff. In the next episode, we will see the Goodyear Cotton Bowl to see if this run continues for the South Carolina Gamecocks. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I cannot believe we've made the playoff. I am so excited to be bringing this to you guys. I cannot wait to see how far we can go. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.